Hey guys, hope you're all doing okay. I'm hoping this is going to be the first of a brand new feature which is going to occur weekly in the Clever Calorie Club, and that is me just jumping in front of camera and having a random ramble about some of the topics that I've spoken to some of you about in the week, or some of the questions that some of you guys may have asked me. And what I'm actually going to do is invite you all, when I've posted the video up, to actually ask questions that you would like to be answered in the next video in the comments. Now, don't worry if you haven't got any questions, that's okay. As you all know, I've got a whole array of topics I can talk about. I can talk about rubbish all day long, but it will be great to actually answer some of your questions in video format. It will be great to actually know that I'm covering topics that are going to help you guys. And it gives you an opportunity to ask the things that may be stopping you from progressing in your journey. Now, please don't be afraid to ask questions. There is no such thing as a stupid question. The chances are, if you ask it, someone else is probably going to comment saying, oh yeah, I want to know the answer to that as well. It's just that they haven't got round to actually asking it themselves yet. So if you have questions, if you need help with something, add it in the comments and I will answer it in these weekly videos for you, okay? This is a great opportunity for you to start getting the answers that you need to help you move forward. Now, this week, what I want to talk about is getting started again. Okay, now in the UK, whether we agree or not, we are slowly coming to the end of lockdown. I know that not all of you are in the UK here, so this may not be relevant to every single one of you yet, but we are starting to come out of the other side of this kind of national lockdown where we've all been stuck indoors. Now, every single one of us have reacted to it differently. Some people have managed to stick with their workout. They've started working out at home, and they've managed to stick with their calorie deficits if weight loss is their goal, and they've managed to keep progressing. That's fantastic if you're one of those people, but not everyone has. And that is okay, okay? As far as I'm concerned, if you've come out of the other side of lockdown, having maintained some level of sanity and having not lost your life to corona, then congratulations, you've won. Give yourself a round of applause because you've come out of the other side of what is probably the most challenging thing any of us have ever faced in our lifetime. So a huge well done for making it this far. But we are now out the other side. Well, we're slowly coming out the other side. Normality is starting to resume in some sense. So this is a good opportunity for us to start thinking about what is next. Now, a few of you have been over to train with me in the outdoor gym, which is fantastic. A few of you have been doing online sessions with me, and a lot of you have been asking about getting started again with your fitness journeys or with your weight loss journeys. Okay, so what I wanted to do this week is just give you a few little pointers just to help you get started. Now, the first thing that you need to do is you need to actually decide what it is you're working on, what your goal actually is that you want to achieve next. The chances are, as you know, you've faced different challenges in lockdown and your priorities may have changed slightly. You may have actually lost connection with that initial goal. So sit down and actually think to yourself, what do I want to work on? Do I want to work on a particular fitness goal? Is there something fitness related or exercise related I want to achieve? Is weight loss still my main goal? I've gained a little bit of weight in lockdown, which is absolutely fine. Do I want to lose that? Do I want to have a particular further weight loss goal that I'm working on? Maybe some of you are actually thinking about gaining a bit of weight, building a bit of muscle, building a bit of strength, something like that. Have a think about what your goal is and get focused on it. Focus on that one thing initially, okay? Try not to overcomplicate it. If weight loss is your goal, then yes, it's okay to have some little fitness targets along the way, but make sure weight loss is where your focus is. So the first thing you need to do is simply decide what it is you're working on next and actually start focusing on that one thing. And the next thing you need to do is you need to create an emotional attachment to that goal. Now, this is something that I talk about all the time, but not enough people actually do it. Now, let's use weight loss as an example. You know that you want to lose weight. You potentially even have a number in mind that you're wanting to achieve. But what does that actually mean? It's just a number, okay? It doesn't really mean anything. There's no reason for you emotionally to commit to getting to that number. So have a think about what losing weight is actually going to do for you. and think about, you know, where you are right now, what it is about your current situation that you want to change, why you want to change it, and think about where you're going to get to as you get closer to that goal. What impact is it going to have on your confidence? What impact is it going to have on your social life, your relationships maybe? What impact is it going to have on your ability to set a good example to your children? Have a real think about why you want to do this and create that emotional connection. Don't be so focused on just the number. Focus on all the other things that are going to make your motivation so much stronger. You're going to need it, okay? You are going to find it challenging to start again. And as always, you need to refire up that motivation. And in my opinion, one of the best ways to do that is to actually get emotional with the journey rather than it just being a case of following some numbers. That emotion will help. Now, the third thing that you're going to need to do is go back to basics, okay? Now, lots of you here are at different stages, or were before we got into lockdown, were at different stages in your journey. And as a result, the approach that we've been taking has probably been slightly different, okay? You've probably got to a point where maybe we're looking at individual foods that we could change. Maybe we've been focusing on individual macronutrients. If it's a nutrition thing, if it's a fitness thing, then maybe we were going really in depth into some of the things we're covering fitness wise. But the chances are you haven't had an opportunity to focus on that for about 3 months now. So now is a good time to just go back to basics. You've not gone back to square one, but you need to think about those initial things that got you started on your journey in the first place. Now, for most of you watching this, you are probably wanting to start losing weight again. So the first thing you need to do is just get that calorie deficit in place. If you're using MyFitnessPal, or you were before, get MyFitnessPal back on your phone and get back into the habit of simply tracking your calories. Doesn't necessarily matter what you're eating at this stage. It just matters that you are in a calorie deficit, so you are starting to lose weight. If you're not using MyFitnessPal, then focus on portion size. Make sure you are weighing yourself every single week so you have a way of monitoring your progress. And if you're not losing weight, just reduce your portion sizes a little bit. Get back into weighing your ingredients so it's possible to do that, but just focus on the very basic level of stuff that you need to do to get you working towards that goal. Do not overcomplicate it at this stage. You can worry about that further down the line. For now, just focus on the one thing that's going to get you started again. Again, if your goal is fitness related, maybe you want to run a 10K and you haven't done any running during lockdown, then just focus on actually getting out there and putting one foot in front of the other and starting again. If you want to gain weight and build muscle, just focus on actually getting a structured routine in place. You can worry about all the other things that need to happen further down the line. Just focus on the most important thing that you need to get you started. Now, obviously, if you need more specific advice about that, ask me. You know where I am. Send me a message or stick a question in the comments and I'll answer it next week. If you want the question quicker, send me a WhatsApp message, give me a phone call, whatever, and we can have a chat about your specific situation. But they're the 3 things that you need to focus on to get you started initially, okay? So number 1, pick that goal that you're working on, okay? Decide on the one thing that you are going to focus your energy on. Number 2, create an emotional attachment to it. Understand why it's important for you to achieve that goal. What's it actually going to mean to you beyond just being some numbers? And number 3, stick to the basics. Just keep it simple. Do the bare minimum stuff that you need to do to actually start getting results and progressing in that journey. Okay, I hope that helps, guys. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer either about this video or about anything related to health or fitness, stick them in the comments and I will answer them for you on the next video. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a lovely rest of the day and I'll see you in the next one.